Hi everyone, this is William from the Headphone Experience, and I'm here tonight with a mini review of kind of a mini item. This is the Venture Electronics Odyssey HD USB dongle. This is a USB Type-C to 3.5 millimeter DAC amp dongle. And what this is for is you plug this into a USB port and then you can plug your headphones directly into it. This actually acts as a digital to analog converter and a headphone amp, and I have no idea how they fit both of those in this tiny little cable. This was loaned to me by Venture Electronics for review, and this currently sells for only $10. This version, which is a 3.5 millimeter single-ended plug, sells for $10. There are balanced versions of this available in either 2.5 millimeter, 3.5 millimeter, or 4.4 millimeter Pentagon, and those go for $30. I believe the DAC and amp are still the same, but they are balanced. So anyway, Venture Electronics claims a sample rate of 24 bits and 96, up to 24 bits and 96 kilohertz, a frequency response of 20 to 20,000 hertz, with a tolerance of only plus or minus 0.1 decibels. They claim a crosstalk separation of 78 decibels, a signal to noise ratio of 98 decibels, a maximum voltage of 1 volt RMS, and a maximum current of 45 milliamps, which, doing the math, 45 milliamps times 1 volt comes to 45 milliwatts of power. This unit is 145 millimeters long. It weighs 10 grams. It does come with an adapter because this is USB-C. It comes in with an adapter to go from USB-C up to full size. Well, it says on their website USB 3.0. I think 3.0. I think this is a 2.0, but it's compatible with 3.0, I believe. And actually, I'm not sure, but this is what came with it. But then again, I've had this for a while. They sent it to me a long time ago, and I forgot to. I guess I just kind of set it aside and never even listened to it till the other night. And I gotta say, I was pretty impressed by this little $10 unit, so I decided to do a video. But anyway, in the picture, well, it's not in this picture, but it shows an adapter that looks something like this, and it says it's USB 3.0 in the website. So anyway, to review this or try it out, I used my HP desktop computer. And it's a fairly new computer. It's 4D graphics, all that. I don't know the model number of it. But anyway, and to listen to this, I was using my Windows Media Player and using ripped CDs that were ripped in lossless full CD resolution. So what I did is I first tried the headphone output of my computer. It has a little 3.5 millimeter headphone output on the front. And to be honest, the sound out of that is really disappointing. A lot of background noise, a lot of hiss, pretty much no bass, and not very much power. I tried that. The two headphones I used to try this were the Grotto SR80E and the Hi-Fi Man Sundara. And the output out of the computer, the headphone jack, it did a decent job with the SR80E as far as power, but like I said, a lot of background noise, a lot of hiss, all that. With the Hi-Fi Man Sundara, forget it. It barely had enough power to bring the Hi-Fi Man up to a whisper. I mean, I could barely hear them. No bass whatsoever. Sounded terrible. So anyway, like I said, what you do is you plug this in. Well, I have to plug it into the adapter, then into a USB port, then plug the headphone into this. And when I did that, it was just a huge improvement, huge. With the SR80E, it seemed to have plenty of power for those. It took away all the background hiss. It was pretty much dead quiet. I did want to mention how you do this, though. There is no volume control on this, so what you do is you plug this in, and then, like in Media Player, you have a volume control, so you adjust your volume with your computer. So I would suggest you start out at a low volume and work your way up with that. So yeah, with the SR80E, sounded really good, did a really good job of powering it, didn't seem short on power, sounded good, like I said, very quiet. I tried the Hi-Fi Man Sandara on this, and the Hi-Fi Man Sandara is known as a pretty hard headphone to drive. I mean, it doesn't take a lot of power to make it loud, but it does take a lot of power to sound good. And I'm not going to tell you that this did a great job with the Sandara, but it was actually respectable. Like I said, from the headphone jack of the computer, barely brought the Sandara up to a whisper. With this, it brought the Sandara up to a comfortable listening level with the volume on the computer set at about 60%. And I could run the computer volume all the way up to 100%, and it was quite loud at that volume, and it didn't sound distorted. It still sounded really clean and no background noise. Not going to say it did a great job with the Sandara, because the Sandara needs a lot of current, probably a lot more current than this is capable of. But it did a respectable job. I mean, it was actually, okay. It didn't bring out the bass, it didn't bring out the dynamics, it didn't bring out the, the punch, that mid-bass punch that the Sandara is capable of when properly amped. But, like I said, it did a respectable job. So, yeah, sound-wise and power-wise, this is a huge improvement from the jack in your computer. I'm guessing whether it's a desktop, laptop, whatever, this is going to make a huge improvement from the output of the computer. And this thing only costs $10 with the adapter. So, I mean, for $10, you can't go wrong. I mean, and it will be a noticeable improvement, especially in power, just a huge difference. I did briefly compare this to my Hi-Fi Dac, which I think you can see sitting on my desk right back here, which is what I listen to headphones with at my desk. And no, it didn't compare to it. I mean, it, like I said, with the Grotto, which is a pretty easy headphone to drive, it did a pretty respectable job. But no, it's not as good on any level as the Hi-Fi Dac, but the Hi-Fi Dac I think sells for $129 and this sells for $10. So for the cost, this thing's a deal. And like I said, I'm still trying to figure out how they fit a DAC and a headphone amp in this little thing here, Here, I'll give you a closer look. I didn't give you a close-up look earlier, but anyway, well constructed too, looks nice. So anyway, gonna wrap this up, and yeah, for $10, highly recommended. If you have a computer with a headphone jack and you want better sound, this is the way to go. And like I said earlier, balanced versions for $30, which still seems like a pretty good deal to me. Anyway, gonna wrap this up. Once again, this is William from the Headphone Experience. If this video helped you, please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, and you're all welcome to join us over at the Headphone Experience. Just last night we passed the 10,000 member mark, so we kind of leveled off for a little while. Now we're growing real fast again. We're growing at about 30 members a day, so check it out, and once again, thanks for watching my video.